This is a How Is He podcast with Podge and Papa, proudly sponsored by Amplify. Power up your podcast. Let's kick it off.
Welcome back, excuse me, to the How Is He podcast. Not welcome back to excuse me. Welcome back to the How Is He podcast. Join us always when we co-host Paul Papadowling right here in the fantastic facility that is Amplify Studios right in the heart of Carlow Town. This episode is brought to you by Carl Estimating, the go-to team for contractors, subcontractors, suppliers and manufacturers who want accurate and competitive project pricing. Visit carlestimating.ie or find them on your favourite social platforms. Big name today, Pop.
Big one is right, yeah.
Today's guest is one of the most iconic figures. The most iconic fingers.
Says an iconic finger.
Cadbury's in women's rugby. Alison Miller is a former Ireland international winger who spent nearly a decade wearing the green jersey and redefining what was possible in the women's game. A key member of Ireland's historic 2013 Six Nations Grand Slam team, Alison is remembered for her blistering pace, fearless running, and unforgettable tries. As I mentioned in the intro, the other intro, the one against New Zealand 2014, is a famous one. Off the pitch, she's a teacher, mentor, role model, and in 2023, her rugby was officially recognised with her induction into the Rugby Players Hall of Fame. We are delighted to be joined by one of Ireland's true rugby trailblazers, Alison Miller.
How are you
Alison,
guys?
how are you?
Welcome.
How's things?
Oh, sure, it's great.
That's an introduction, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's very
It's
good.
All accurate though. No lies in there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. What do you mean, don't think so? There's nothing in
Is that
there.
AI?
No, I don't, Alison, I don't use AI because we had Davy McGrain sitting in front of us and I used ChatGPT and it gave me garbage.
Ah, yeah, because if
And
it's
he
wrong in the first place, it'll just rehash
Yeah,
it wrong.
and
And
Yeah.
he
let
called
him
me
on.
out. He called me out on it.
Yeah.
And I was quite embarrassed.
He said you've 8 European Tour victories, and he's like, yeah, and Podge, your information is shite.
Yeah.
It was
Where
I've
did you
only
get that
one.
from?
Yeah.
Big deep meat accent on him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It can trip us up.
You can indeed. Do you know what? In professional life, it's good though. I'd use it a lot in my
I'm
job.
very old school.
Oh yeah,
Way behind everyone.
really?
Yeah, I'm old school. Yeah. Took me ages to use Google Maps to download Revolut. And then I'm like, Jesus, how did I ever live without these things?
Yeah, I know. Now that you have it.
Yeah, now that I have it.
So if you were going somewhere without Google Maps,
I know, I use it now. This is like a few years
yeah,
ago.
but even a few years ago, if you were going somewhere a few years ago with Google Maps, like, are you like
Do you
guessing?
remember you used to you'd go onto a route planner
Yeah, get the route planner.
and
Yeah,
you'd print it out
Yeah.
and then it'd be like junction, whatever, turn right,
Yeah.
and you'd have a big list of directions. Or
Yeah,
else
yeah,
I
yeah.
just go, okay, I'm going here, so I'll go this way. And then old school, you might ask someone for a direction.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't beat that.
Don't
Like.
have with a stick. He
But
knows where he's going.
but
with that
I
now.
used to love it. Where are you coming from? I'm like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here now. Yeah, so yeah, I suppose it was just went right. You have to go that way, and yes, there was a few disasters along the way. So I'm glad I do have Google Maps.
So
in my
why,
life.
why did you decide to start using Google Maps?
It wasn't a thing, and then it was a thing, and then I was just
Is it?
behind everyone else.
And getting on the bus here.
yeah. And now I'm like, you used to have the panic driving in Dublin. You're like, oh Jesus, oh God, I'm going to get lost. And
No
now,
one likes it.
No one likes it. But now the Google Maps, you don't worry at all.
grand.
You're like, it'll just. If I
So the
miss it-
statement now is, if anybody can get to the airport, if you drive through Dublin City,
Yeah.
you drive anywhere in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Then you go over to the roundabout in Beijing.
Yeah.
And they're going around with bicycles and everything.
Yeah.
Champs Elysees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
yeah.
bit old school.
Yeah, and maybe you're right, you know. Tell me this. Talk to me about your young sport memories. Where did it all start for
Oh,
you?
sure. Look, we're a very sporty family. And I suppose since we're here in Carlow, you'd have to mention Air Og.
Oh,
So
for sure.
obviously, Dad was involved in Air Og during what we call
Three
them.
Leinsters, two Leinsters with them.
Was it? Yeah, and then they got to 2 All-Ireland club finals and lost, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
not just Dad, but Mum was a PE teacher, so she ran the community games in our area for years and years and years.
Did she? Yeah.
Yeah, for years, and literally when she was in her 60s, you're like, Mum, you may give that up, like, sure.
Yeah.
Not that she was doing a great job. It's like someone else needs to take that over now. You've done years and years. So I don't even know if they have it in the area. I could be wrong. But she ran that for years with a few of the women. And she was a PE teacher. And I have 2 sisters, Anna and Grace and Barry. And we all played loads of different sports.
I didn't realise one of your sisters is married to Kevin Smith.
That's Anna, yeah. Shout out to Anna there.
Yeah.
How do you know Kevin?
From Greg's, right? From Greg Cullen.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I know Kevin.
So you Leash or Carlow?
Oh, Leash.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, Leash football, yeah. Soccer is Carlow.
So yeah, that's Anna. And Anna played, like, it's funny, Anna played volleyball for Ireland, and from school, she started volleyball in school, and Grace did sports acrobatics, gymnastics for Ireland. We all did athletics up at St. Albans. Grace played Gaelic football. I played Gaelic football. My brother played Gaelic football, and we all played volleyball in school. We all did gymnastics with Anne Rennick. We all did ballet.
Anne Rennick from Browns Hill.
Yeah. And anything else we missed? We did nearly. Sure, we're a very sporty house, and we went to Killeen Primary School. We played everything. We went to St. Albans. We went everywhere. Parents were like taxis, and for me, I suppose, big influence was St. Leo's there across the road. And like, in fairness, it had a great setup. Shout out to 3 PE teachers, Anne Rennick, Fiona Kelly and Vivian Kelly were my 3 PE teachers in school. And I just played everything in St. Leo's. I did volleyball, basketball, hockey, and then I did gymnastics, athletics. And I didn't take up football, Gaelic football, till I was older, really. But I could always play being in the house. You're always
It's come very natural to you, would it?
Yeah, like I took up football when I was 21 and played for Byline, and then went on to play for Laois for 2 years before I got into rugby. But in our house growing up, you were able to kick a ball, you were able to catch a ball, you were able to solo ball, whether you played in a team or not. And you learned how to play it in school. Like we were a real country primary school where everyone got in. There was like, go and play soccer or Gaelic football at lunchtime, or else you'll be on your own doing nothing.
Yeah,
so you learned there, like, and sure, we had the GA development officers coming in at the time and all that. So we were a very sporty house, and we were all involved in something.
You couldn't kind of be anything else. Would you have attached yourself to your dad with him going to Aero games or anything like that?
Yeah, like Barry probably more so. And Barry's my brother. He lives in Manchester. Shout out to Barry over there in Manchester. He's got an English accent now.
Has he?
He says things in an English way. The way he kind of, like, the order of his sentences, if that makes sense.
I didn't expect it to go this way.
Yeah.
I didn't expect the attack on the English.
No attack on the English. Just the order of his sentences. But he would have went more, but I would have went with him as well to some of the games and stuff. And we all went to all the games, but Mum was a disaster to go to a game which she couldn't watch. So, like, I remember going to the All-Ireland Club final, and we were up and down the steps to
at the Skibbereen game.
Yeah, like more times than we actually watched the match. So, we would have went around with him, and, you know, I suppose just soaked it all in and listened to conversations in the house about football or whatever it was, or what was on the TV. Or,
but he was like an iconic figure in GA, especially in these parts, and he played for Laois as well, obviously.
Yeah, he was.
Like,
and he was a brilliant footballer. And unfortunately, I suppose at his time, there wasn't the back door, or there wasn't, so, you know.
It was one game.
Look, he was supposedly very good, never saw him in real life. And then management, then he was so obsessed with GA. Like, I'd say he thought about GA all the time. Like,
I think the best are, though.
Yeah, literally obsessed with it, and thought about it, and thought very deeply about it. And I was an intense man when it came to his standards that he expected for players. God bless all those players that have come through, because I've had a few conversations with a few of them.
Oh, really?
Like, obviously the Aero guys. You know, he would have coached Strabely, he would have coached Baltinglass. He was up in can't think of it, somewhere up in Kildare. What's the name of it?
Sarsfields?
No, up near Dublin.
Enfield?
Kilcock.
Oh,
yeah, he coached Kilcock. So, like, he had success, obviously the most success in Aero, but I'd say, you know,
they were great days for the town.
They were great.
Absolutely brilliant. I remember going to matches.
Unbelievable time. And I think it just shows it doesn't really matter where you come from. It's just the right setup and the right people, and
for sure.
in honesty. And he had a big thing, like, he was very before his time, really. You know, he had a sports psychologist back in the day. Like, he
really, in the mid-90s.
Yeah, because he understood that sometimes, you know, where you come from, if you hadn't have success, that your mindset and whether you believe in yourself and whether you think you can achieve is going to majorly affect how you perform, regardless of how you've trained or your ability or ever. Yeah. So probably for somewhere like Carlow, and they hadn't, you know,
that
compared to Kerry or Dublin.
I hear you,
she's great success there, you know, with that. And that would have seeped in, I'm sure.
Yeah, I grew up around the corner from Aero.
Yeah.
And even just as a young lad, there's Bobby Miller, look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He
he had a
was like-
presence about him, I
He was,
suppose.
he was a big man,
Yeah,
yeah.
big
and he was
man,
like,
big
he
6
came
foot.
across stern, but he was obviously,
Yeah, he like
if you didn't know him, you're not going over to him.
Yeah, like
Like, he was a big man, like.
yeah, Miller's.
Yeah.
we be direct.
But he's well respected in the whole country in football.
Yeah, and he was a good laugh behind it all as well. But yeah, and I suppose I get that too from him. I wouldn't. We'd don't beat around the bush when it comes to being direct
I
at
like
times.
that.
You know,
I like that.
What's wrong with that, though?
nothing wrong with it. No, I'd call like you'd have to call people out if they're being unreasonable or.
You can curse here and swear, no.
I'll try not to.
Just don't name names. Do you know what? I was young. I was probably 7 or 8. I had an uncle that was playing, that Don Walker, an uncle of mine, was playing. But do you know what? This is so stupid. You know what the standout for me is when they all got to All-Ireland final? Carroll County Council cancelled the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that was the support they had.
It was great, and everyone got behind it. It wasn't it was everyone in the Carrick
Everyone
got behind it. That was
got
good.
to the bridge, right? But,
That was jealousy, though.
Talk to me about your introduction then into rugby. It was through college, right?
Yeah, funny. It's actually the summer Dad died. Actually, was 2006, and sure, that was an awful shock. Obviously, to the family. He was in the middle of coaching Irish Killeen in O'Moore Park, so that was an awful summer because he was a healthy man and he was fit and he was young and
How old was your dad at the time?
about 55.
That's all he was,
That's all he was. And sure, then
I remember it being a shock at the time. All right,
then
hearing it.
suppose I had been big into athletics and that kind of did fairly well up to probably college. And then when I went to college, I went to Waterford and probably the setup didn't suit me or whatever. I just kind of wasn't running well, and then took up. Dad was like, take a break and go play a bit of football because you're well able to play football, even though I'd never properly played in the team. So I played with Ballylinan, and that summer then that he died, when I went back to college, I think I was just looking for a distraction. Just looking for something. And there was 2 lads in my college class in Waterford, Andy McBride and Shane O'Rourke, 2 friends I'm still friends with. They were like, give rugby a try. Like, you've freakish strength, you're fast, you've got the ball handling skills, give it a go. And of course, me being me was like, I'll go next week. Go next week. And eventually went, and I just hadn't a clue what I was doing, but I liked.
Did you know the rules of the game?
No, I didn't know the rules. I didn't watch rugby.
So what year is that?
That is 2006.
So 7 years later,
2007. 2007.
So 6 years later, you're a Grand Slam.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, yeah. So
That's nuts. That you never played the game before.
Yeah, I learned the game back to front. Like, I learned the game backwards. Like, I went and played the game and then, like, learned the rules as I was going, like, as opposed to the other way around. But in a way...
So you just got stuck in. And
in a way, I think it nearly helped me because I was quite... I was an unpredictable player. I didn't always, like... I just did things.
Dynamic, like.
Yeah, and if I probably learned... Like, I did things sometimes that you shouldn't do in rugby. Like, you should run straight in rugby. And, where I used to go off in these meandering runs, people were like, straighten up, give the ball, pass. Yeah. And I'd be like, whoa.
Get as much ground as you can.
And I'd score tries, but like athletically they'd be very good. But like in terms of a purist in rugby, they'd be like, she's running sideways. But I'd be beating people and I'd be handing people off. So in a way, it kind of stood to me that I didn't learn the traditional way. And then you brought all the transferable skills from all the other sports you played as well, which is a huge thing I think when it comes to success of sports people, is that multilateral development when they're younger and not specialising too early. Now obviously I was very late, but just took it up, and I had a long route to it. Like, it wasn't all plain sailing. Like, I played for Port Leash, took it up in college, and then played football for Leash for 2 years. Won a Leinster final with Leash 2007, and then I don't know. The rugby was still kind of in my head because I played a little bit in college, and it wasn't very serious in college.
You had an itch.
I was like, and then my mum, one of the girls my mum worked with in the Colby Centre in Port Leash, was like, get Alison to play. Eventually went over, played a game, I think scored 6 or 7 tries in the game, and Yvonne Delaney turned to me, this is your sport now. This is the sport that you want to stick with. Yeah. You have to stick with it. So, but we were the lowest division now you could play in the country, so.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what's the journey then?
So then I went to Leinster trials and didn't.
Were you picked for them or
No,
on your
I
own back?
wasn't picked for Leinster. No, I wasn't. That's why I ended up playing for Connacht for 10 years. So I didn't get picked for Leinster. Didn't even get back for the next. Like I didn't make a big extended squad.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling about that when you're told no thanks?
Being honest,
Yeah.
got the email. And I was so, I don't want to curse here, but I was so effing annoyed. Like, I was like,
That was fucking.
yeah, that was just in case anyone understands my leash English. And so annoyed because, look, I was probably raw, but I was definitely well able. Like, I was definitely, so I was really annoyed. I was really thick.
Did they give you a reason? Did they give you a
I
specific
know,
reasons?
like, I'm sure they didn't even know who I was. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I was from the lowest division club in the country. There was,
Yeah.
like, few of us, obviously, from other clubs in the same division, but sure, I just didn't.
Did you look around in the trials and see players that was in similar positions to you and say, I'm better than them?
Oh yeah, of course. And like I wouldn't be I was never the most confident playing rugby, but at the same time, like I am a PE teacher, I know sport, so you kind of like, well, I'm gonna definitely like beat you for power or pace or can catch a ball. So I was really thick. I said to my mother, I said, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to play for Ireland, not just play for Leinster. Like I'm going to play for Ireland, and she was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I went up to Connacht, like in madness, really. Like getting in a car after work at 4 o'clock and going up to Galway or Mayo or somewhere. And
4 hours away.
You used to be like, what am I doing? But at the end of it, I still was like, I think I can play for Ireland. Not that I think, I knew. And I wouldn't be that confident in many things in my life, but I knew that. And so went to Connacht trials and it was really friendly. At the time, the Connacht women wouldn't have been as successful as they are now. So I suppose I turned up to trials, scored 7 tries. And my coach always says to me, I was like, you're picked. So the first game was against Leinster. And sure, we got fairly hammered, but I played really well. And then the next week I got an invitation to go to Ireland training. And then I got picked for the first game of that Six Nations 2010, played 80 minutes, scored a try. And then that's how it started. So it just goes to show. And I do think a lot about like, people that get let go, like not let go, not picked up, not seen, not,
neglecting late developers.
I wouldn't even say, well, like late developers too. Yeah, like if you look at a lot of like academies and this, that and the other and academies and how trials are run. Like for that the trial at the time for Leinster was all drills. Drills are great, like, but you have to be able to see players playing a game and seeing the pressure and seeing how they actually perform in real life situations. No point having drills. Like,
was that a red mark against you that you think that they started so late?
No, not just. Do you know what? They didn't. Do you know what? And I just think people get missed all the time.
Yeah,
I agree.
In every sport,
every sport, totally normal. But it's like, it's the attitude that you have after. It's like not getting the huff and going, well, I'm never playing for them. Like, obviously I never played for Leinster, but it's not like going, I could have sat on a bar stool and said, I could have played, I could have done that. You can't do that. You have to go and find another way or
different route.
find another team.
or don't talk about them.
Or don't talk about it, or just get on with it or prove your point or get better or whatever it is. I wasn't perfect. I didn't know it. I wasn't a polished player. I wasn't the complete player. So I had a lot of work to do on that end, but I definitely was better than people that were on the extended squad. I didn't even make like the 50 or the 60 or whatever it was. So
that's so true though. Like many people, if you sat beside pub in a pub, and you go, see your man on the television. I was in trials with him under 12 up in Shelburne. You're working at McDonald's, man. He's playing for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Cop out of yourself.
Yeah. So like there is a lot of people missed, and like then even sometimes people. Not me now, I would say, but like, people could be athletically ready and maybe not ready skillfully or the other way around. And you just kind of, and look, it's hard because we all get it wrong about people that, you're like, geez, I never saw that lad playing for whatever, county football or international. You didn't see it happening. And then other people that you did, and then, and then other people that you don't think should be there. So it's just, and that's the thing about.
Look at the Ray Keane story.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? Kevin Meaney, I think, is a great example of that.
Like, he's a very good footballer.
I went to school with Kevin.
Yeah,
he would have been an okay footballer, but you would never would have said he would have had the career he had with Leash.
Yeah, and he was a great player.
Like he's led developer, like, and he would have. I don't think he played 14s
and sometimes
it
just comes together a little bit later for people, and then you have the ones that are very early, and then it doesn't pan out for them.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Like, there's because everyone is subjective when you think about. Yeah. You'll have different disagreements about. I think so and so is a great player. No, I don't see it. You know the way you have this conflict. No, I don't see it. I don't get it. Don't get it. So I just think I was told at the time, you will never do well if you don't play for a Dublin club. And I was like, no way. So I did it my own way. And I'm proud of that because I was the first player to play for Ireland from a club at that division. So
From Connacht?
Yeah, like not from Connacht, but like I represented Portlaoise.
Okay, gotcha.
And Connacht. So like we were really low down division. So it opened the doors for other girls from smaller clubs. And when we won the Grand Slam, actually someone said it to me, they were like, thanks so much because you were the person that made everyone think that you could still do it regardless of the club that you came from.
Super achievement, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
So, like, that's I suppose how I broke into it.
Is it a strange setup, Alison? Like you're playing in Leinster for Portlaoise and you're going to Connacht then for your kind of elite phase, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing both of them.
Yeah, I suppose like once you went into...
It's not like that in the men's, is it?
No, you see, and now the women's game, even since I retired, has changed in that sense as well, that like the Irish team the women are on contracts now, professional, but like it would have been 2 nights club and then you would have been 2 or 3 nights in Connacht. So it would have been just like, I don't think they were on the same night, but how it kind of work is like, if you were playing for Connacht, that would take precedence over club training during that period.
And then Ireland would be the same.
So I can't. Oh, Jesus, a long time ago, but I think they would have been on different nights. I think from what I remember, and it would have been a big step up in the standard of one to the other. Like, but you weren't even really sure. You were just doing it at the time and hoping, putting your best in, hoping something would come of it. And
is it fully professional now among the provinces for ladies?
No, it's not yet, but they're hoping to professionalise it in the next year or two. That's their plan.
Should be, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Is it sustainable? Will they make money? Is it financially viable? You have to ask all these questions. Look, you can say, they should be fresh like the men, but look.
Yeah, but the provinces themselves have big names behind them as in regards to sponsors and things like that.
They do, yeah. And what they're planning is at the moment, what the girls do is they're playing at the moment, anyone kind of maybe on, what's the word, kind of being looked at for like the kind of the high profile players. So there's like the 4 provinces come together as 2 teams at the moment, the Wolfhounds and the Clovers.
Okay.
So it's Ulster and Connacht and, what is it? Anyway, 2 of the provinces together. And then there's 2 teams, and there are the Clovers and the Wolfhounds, and they play in this Celtic Cup, which is against Scottish and Welsh teams.
Okay.
So they are playing at the moment now, and that will go on from now till about March. So all those players will play every week, going to Scotland or Wales or whatever, Ireland or whatever, and they play.
Over and back and whatever,
so what the plan is then is to professionalise the provinces and put them in that competition. So they have different plans.
It's trying to create the Euro League. It's Pro 12 or
kind
whatever,
of, yeah. So, but when I played, it was just you just played the interprovincial, series, and it was more for most people. It was to try and get on the Irish team was why you were playing on that. You were it's kind of like that was your trials to get on the Irish team essentially. At the time.
Had to get the international stage to get, I suppose, recognition, things like that. Right?
Yeah, like you kind of played for Munster or Leinster or Connacht to try and get picked for and to play in the Six Nations.
Yeah.
That was the main, like for a lot of people to try and.
It's a fairly traditional sport when it comes to like selections and things like that, right? So when you make the Ireland squad, like how's it announced to you?
Everyone is like, who is this girl? Nobody knew who I was.
They know who
when
you are
I
now,
turned up to the first Irish camp, they were like, hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello,
New physio, is it? Or?
Yeah, they didn't know who I was. And they were like, where's she from? I could hear people go, because if you're not playing, like, if you're like, it's like anything, like you'd know every player when you're playing at the highest division, right? You know, and then you see someone coming in that you've never seen.
Yeah.
Like, who is she? Like,
yeah.
Who is? I remember who is she? That's like, hi. So, then that would have been a few weeks of training, and then how it was announced then that I was playing my first match, first capture. I was totally surprised. You're brought into a meeting room like traditional. Gone through things, whatever, and then they announced the team, and then I remember my name being called out and not remembering anything else because I'm playing, so...
What position did you play?
Left wing, yeah, so, you'll be your speedster,
But it's very hard to, for me, to understand someone at elite sport getting picked at the highest level. Like, and I'm always very interested in your thoughts, in your immediate thoughts. I know you said... I'm playing, but there must be something. There must be some other. Is there any doubt? Are you like? Is there another Alison Miller in this room? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was crippled with self-doubt all through my career.
Wow.
But that is very common, and it's what drives you. It's like literally what.
What's the tools? What's the tools to battle that?
I started working with a sports psychologist at probably 2 or 3 years at the end of my career. So, I probably could do it to start. Like, I don't know if you read, like, I think Henry Shefflin was the same as someone said in his book. There's so many people, but it's what drives you. Like, if you doubt yourself, you're going to go, okay, I'm not training hard enough, I'll do more, or I'm going to like rep these out more. I'm going to like, I suppose I was full of self-doubt that it pushed me on, it drove me on to be better, to train harder, to be fitter, to be faster, to be stronger, to try and be a more complete player. Yeah, like it was stressful. It probably wasn't as enjoyable as people that were full of confidence, because you're just doubting, going, I won't get picked. Oh God, how'll that training go? But it all, for me then, thank God, the doubt went the minute I went onto the field, onto the pitch. Yeah. Then that's when I came alive. Where other people maybe crumbled. Yeah. That's when I was at my most comfortable. Right, we're playing now. That's it. There's no more selection. There's
the best ones are though, aren't they?
Yeah. There's no more selection. There's no one going to be pulling me up in the game going, you're on the wrong line. You're I don't know, whatever. Yeah. You should be here, or that ball should have went. You're just playing. You're left alone. And that's when I was at ease. Once the game started, I nearly used to get more nervous for training sessions. Now, I would be nervous before the game, but was in the game, grand. I was happy days, and the self-doubt be gone then. I didn't have self-doubt ever in the game, just before or after. Yeah. Well, like, I never thought I was getting picked. Like, I never, every time, my poor husband, he said he was, the only reason he was happy when I retired, he's like, I don't have to listen to you going, I'm not going to get picked. And he'd be like, are you ridiculous? Of course you're getting picked. I'm like, I don't think I'll get picked this week. He's like, oh my God. So when I retired, he's like, God, I don't have to listen to anymore.
And in honesty yourself, you're having your self-doubt and you're making your body stronger. By doing more reps and more runs. And that will just, your ability will shine through that when your body is in a peak condition. Yeah. Now, you think you're I'm peak. No, I'll go a little bit harder.
Like, I used to remember, like,
and your ability, if you're not fit, is your ability. But imagine your ability when you are fit. Yeah. That's your fucking ability. Like, now you're on the level you should be.
Like, I played 47 times, scored 24 tries, so it wasn't a bad strike rate. But I was only on the bench twice in that whole time, and I didn't think I was ever going to get picked. So in the I started 45 times out of 47. So, like, if you look back now, you're like, God, why did I think I wasn't going to get picked?
Did you play the same position in every cap, every game?
Yeah, left wing every time. I started every time in the same position. I would have
moved around, sort of.
Would have moved to 13 to centre or to full back, but always left wing. Yeah. Don't think I ever played right wing even. Maybe I played a bit of right wing, which. No, but always the same, yeah.
Just on the doubt thing, I actually understand why you would have it though, Alison, because your journey to playing for Ireland is quite a lot different from someone who's probably very well established at a Leinster or a Munster.
Maybe,
you know, like you're probably going up against players who are playing at an elite level since they're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Maybe, but at the same time, women's rugby at the time was quite... They're playing a lot younger now. They're all, like, girls are playing from minis, but at the time, everyone started a bit late. Okay. I think it's just my personality, to be honest. I think it's just who I am. Like, I would doubt a lot of things. I have a friend, Brendan Murphy, and he used to always slag me going, you always say you can't do it. And then to me, you go do it. Perfect. So I would just, I think it's part, I'd be obsessive enough about things as well. So I'd be doubting and obsessing, but it's kind of what makes you, it's your strength and weakness in one. Together, if that makes sense. So well, maybe, true. I do know what you're saying though. You kind of maybe always felt like you were behind, so that always made you like feel like you had to do more or push on. Or
if it comes to a 50-50 pick, the girl who's at since 14 is getting a pick over the girl who's at since 22.
So you kind of felt like you're behind others maybe. Or
what were you like academically?
Average.
Many points you getting your leaving cert?
Oh, maybe about 400 or that. Or
see, well, PE teacher isn't easy to get into.
Maybe more. I don't know. I can't remember. No, I'll tell you what. I went to St. Leo's and I played sport all the time. And my dad used to. I'd come home from school and he'd be like, I was terrible at maths. Like, I was good at everything, and I'd be like, I think I failed my maths test. And he'd be like, did you train today? I'd be like, yeah, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. I'm like, right. So,
no grief from you anyway. Yeah.
So I did all right. Like, school is one specific type of intelligence.
Gotcha.
You'd see that in school with kids
It's a memory.
that are able to be, say, orally, like, I remember teaching a girl orally, you'd ask her a question, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Right down.
The minute it came to writing, she could have, like, I could say she had dyslexia and she had this, and she couldn't put it on paper. Couldn't. So for her in school, she wasn't getting the best out of the system because writing didn't suit her. But like orally, she would be able to give it back to you. She was really confident person. You'd have her in here running a podcast. So like there is a kid that wouldn't do academically that well in school. So like they're only measured.
Intelligent, like.
Very intelligent. And you'd see even kids in school where I'm teaching, you can see that they're intelligent, but I think school only, and it's hard, isn't it? Like, because we were talking the other day about one of my dad's friends who was back in the day, like people remember this, like he was made wear a dunce hat in school. Like this, you'll hear if you ask the older generation, they'll remember people wearing dunce hats. He became a millionaire. He became a really successful businessman, and he was the one in school wearing a dunce hat. So I don't know, like people will do well in school, people won't, but it doesn't really define your intelligence.
School years ago had a big effect on people though.
Yeah, it did.
Them back in them days.
Yeah, like that. I think back in the day, or like it can have an effect on people because then if they're not doing well in school, they might feel like, well, I'm not smart. And I'd always say that to the kids in school. It's like, just because you're not doing well here doesn't mean you're all smart. You're all smart in a different way, or or one of the lads said to you one day, like, I'm not smart. And I was like, well, you're going to become an electrician. You are smart. Like you couldn't be an electrician if you weren't smart. Like you actually couldn't do it. Like
you could kill someone.
I did actually say that to him. Like, you could kill someone. So look, I probably wasn't that focused on it. Like by priority. Like I remember during my mocks, I was doing athletics at the time. And the year had kind of gone, I was a bit sick at the time, so I wasn't training. And for some mad reason, I decided to up the training intensity that week. And my mother came in, the week of your mocks.
Yeah.
So Mom comes into
Prioritising.
me. Yeah, prioritising. Like, this is typical me. Like, I left my Leaving Cert art practical early to go to athletics competition.
No way.
Yeah, teacher was like, where are you going?
I'm finished.
I was like, I have to go to athletics competition. And she was like, it's your Leaving Cert art practical. I was like, I know, but the bus is going there now. Like, if I'd really thought of it, Mum could have drove me down later.
Yeah.
But no, I was getting the bus and I was going to athletics.
You're without shadow of a doubt the closest thing to Murdoch in the 18th I've ever seen.
So, like, I just wasn't that. So the week of my mocks, remember, like, I started doing a few, like, I was up in the intensity. I was going to, like, I was running up in St. Albans, but I was doing my own training. And I was like to Mum, I'm just going out in here. She's like, you've picked a really strange week to train harder. And I was like, I want to win those All-Ireland schools 400 hurdles again. And I'm not in great shape at the moment. She was like, right. So I said, sure, we'll knock off the mocks. Like, sure, look, whatever happens, happens. And and then I was like, sure, we'll peak for the, typical athlete. Like, I'll peak for the Leaving Cert. Like, it's all about peaking. And
would you have seen a career in athletics? I know you've done a lot of athletics.
Yeah, so I would have thought, Pat Kelly was my coach in St. Albans. I don't know, he's a big stalwart in St. Albans. He would have always said to me, I always saw myself doing athletics.
That Liam's father?
Yeah, Liam's father, Pat, He was a lecturer in the IT for a long time, and very, very good to so many people around Greycullen and Laois and Collesh, and brought us everywhere in his car and paid for everything. All these people that he had a big influence in my sporting life, really. So what were we saying about? Yeah, so remember him saying to you when I was younger, he goes, you'll excel at sport. At a sport, I'm just not sure it's athletics, because I was doing loads of sports. So I got offered an athletics scholarship to DCU when I finished my Leaving Cert. And that's probably not taking that was why I ended up going down the rugby route, because if I'd taken that, I would have probably been on a scholarship. I would have. When I went to Waterford, my athletics kind of went to crap. And then
when you say athletics, is it one specific event in athletics?
I was quite versatile, which was a bit of a hindrance and I was good and a bad thing, because I could do the long jump. Like, my first international cap or in sport was the long jump. I represented Ireland in the long jump at under 16 level in school. So that was my first. So I won all Ireland schools medals in the 400 hurdles, the long jump and the triple jump, and I've all Ireland medals in the 800. So
heptathlon, isn't it?
Yeah, I did the heptathlon. So like, and that was
it has to be you.
Yeah, so that was kind of
one event is not enough.
Yeah,
for
what it was. The problem was I was quite versatile. So depending on the form that year, I could go down the 800 route or the 400 hurdles route or the long jump or the triple jump.
Whatever you fancied, really, like.
I was kind of better at the time. Where I suppose, you know, that was a help and a hindrance. So yeah, I did see myself going down the athletics route, but when I at the same time when I was 18, 19, I was quite pragmatic. And I'd be looking at the world championships going, gee, 400 hurdles and want to be running, will I get that down? And I probably realised deep down that maybe it wasn't. That I was athletic and I was very athletic, but maybe it wasn't athletics, maybe it was some other sport.
Yeah.
Because I did play a lot of sport and he was good at a lot of them, you know.
Did you ever count your medals?
I did when I was younger. When I was younger, this is real obsessive. Like this is going to make me sound really bad.
Tell me, Murdoch.
Tell me, it's going to make me sound really bad.
So
12 or 13, I'd be like, okay, I have 10 medals. Okay, then I have 15 medals, 20 medals, 25 medals. And I used to count them then.
Golds.
No, there'll be gold, silver and bronze, you know, depending on the event. So don't even know where most of the medals are now.
Yeah.
And I had this thing, you see, I was only telling someone the other day, someone came into the house and she goes, how come you don't have any of your medals or your trophies up? And I was like, poor Dad. I said, Mum, when we were kids, didn't like the tacky trophies that Dad had, so they're all in the box in the attic. Yeah. So I said, I must have got her from that I don't have them up around. I know, I have jersey or two, you know, up in a frame.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, his uncle plays in that rogue team.
Oh, very good.
And then Don, obviously, I know a lot of them boys well. And he has, when you come back to your medals, he has a frame in his sitting room.
Oh yeah, that's really nice.
Picture of the team and all the medals.
I must do something like that.
It's a lovely touch.
That is very nice. Lovely touch. Yeah. Because I only found the Grand Slam medal the other day in a drawer.
In a shoebox.
Yeah. I was looking for a sock.
My 4-year-old run around with it. And my husband was like, I was like, it's not even about the medal. I said, it's about the achievement. So the medal isn't even that impressive. But I said, I'll always remember the Grand Slam and, you know, the whole thing about that.
Going into that Grand Slam that year, the year you won it, 2013, right?
Yeah.
You weren't expected to win it.
Oh, Jesus, we definitely weren't. Definitely weren't.
Because he only had an okay season the year before,
like, we'd never beaten England ever.
Yeah.
And we'd only beaten France once. And remember we had a meeting with kind of, they're not there now, but like the top guys up in the RFU, because they were going to pull some of us for a sevens tournament in the middle of the Six Nations.
Yeah.
And our captain, Fiona Coughlin, said in the meeting, but what if we're like in line to win a Grand Slam? And they kind of went... They basically were like, no disrespect now, Fiona.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Watch this.
And then, that was, and then we went on and won the next year. So it just, we showed some form in 2012. So in 2012, a famous story about a train, but basically, we were playing in Pau in France against France, and instead of being flown directly, we were flown to France, or to Paris, missed the train we were meant to be getting to Pau. Then we had to get an overnight kind of like cattle train, basically, to Pau. Got there 3 hours before the game.
Police academy job, wasn't it?
Had no sleep.
You and Johnny Dooley.
And only lost by a point to France after having 3 hours sleep.
Wow.
And, you know, and we were like, Jesus, what we can do, like, on 3 hours sleep. And then our last game was against England, and they were obviously online to win. And, you know, at 60 minutes, it was 6-all. Yeah. And to be, you know, with England at 60 minutes... So I remember our coach got really annoyed at the end of the season, in a good way, but he was like, he kind of challenged the guy in charge, said, look, these girls, your man was there in the circle after the game, and he kind of put it to him, said, look, with more support, look what they can do. And we got more support, and we did.
More support in regards to what?
You know, resources, money, preparation, having more camps, you know, even giving money to put more S&C coaches to... You know, just
give yourselves the best opportunity to get over
it. Considering how the way things are now and the things, we always trained in a professional way, but you have very little money or very little resources and very little anything.
When do you start to believe, Alison, that because we've just touched on it, the IRFU didn't think it was achievable, right? I know you played a lot of sevens as well, so you were probably in two minds yourself at points. Yeah. So in that season, where do you start to believe that, we're going to fucking win a Grand Slam here?
Suppose we played Wales in the first game, and we played Wales in Wales, and it's always very hard to play. I always found it really hard to play against Wales. They were always much bigger and a physical team. You'd find it hard to play against them. And we only won that game in the last minute. Our hooker scored a try and we won. And like, you know, it didn't feel very impressive. It didn't feel at that stage like we want to win a Grand Slam.
You won dirty, like.
Yeah, you had to, you know, battle it out, like, you know. And then the next game was against England. And, you know, there's never any motivation. So, but that game, I scored a hat-trick in that game in the first half. So, like, that was, I'll never, like, that game will always stick out. It was like computer mode or something. You know, when you say, like, it was literally like, every time I got the ball, I felt like I was going to score a try, like. And so I scored a try very early on, and we were like, "Jeez, we just." Oh, well, first of all, I was like, I scored a try against England, and then I scored another try against it, and another try. So we were like, we were gone in at half time with a big lead, and our coach was like, you know, we keep going at them. So we won that game 25-0, and I think
that was massive.
Yeah, 25-0. So that
RDS, right? RDS.
No, it wasn't the RDS. Back then, our games were in Ashburn, which was like a club grounds. But you know what? It was our fortress. It was our place. It mightn't have been the most fancy, but we got good support there. The people in Ashburn always looked after us really well.
Was it AstroTurf?
It is now. It wasn't then. Okay. And it was a lovely pitch to play on.
Yeah.
Like, the difference now, like, they used to have a burger stand, and they used to be so close to the pitch and whiff on, and I'd be so nervous, and then you'd be like, oh,
be starving.
Smell that, I'm starving.
No, I wouldn't be starving. Like, sick. I'm going to get sick of that burger. Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
You know, warming up, you'd smell it. So from the groundsmen to the women in the kitchen, like, you felt really welcome. So it wasn't the most impressive, but we were there until a year or two later, when the crowds out kind of weighed their capacity. So that was the first time we kind of believed. Then we went and played Scotland and we won. And then I suppose the big game then was against France, because we only ever beaten them once before, and they'll always be a very good team, and always will be, always. And that was nip and tuck really all through the game. It was 10-5 at half time to them, I think. Yeah, I think it was them. And then we won 15-10. And that was like that. That was the first time that we'd actually, we always laugh. It was actually the first time we'd real fans. Not just our relations. And all these people.
He knows me and I don't know him.
Yeah, I was like, real fans. Look at these real fans. And the place is absolutely jammers. And they're like, geez, this is what it's like. So, and the president was there. So that was another thing. And, you know, it was packed. But that was a great game. And then we knew after that game we'd won the Six Nations. We'd won it. Like, so we were like, God, we've won the Six Nations. So then we went on to play then against Italy, who we'd beaten year before by about 40 points. And like,
you went behind.
Oh God, like,
I remember
the conditions. Like,
it was brutal.
It was brutal. Like, you couldn't, like, how anyone was expected to play. Like, the really weird thing, the day before in the captain's run, it was sunny. Sunny. And I was like, this is lovely.
Grand, ideal.
The pitch seemed reasonably okay. Like, I won't say it was a great pitch, but it was fine. And then the next day, it was like the ploughing championships over in Rathneska. Actually, no, the ploughing championships in Rathneska has quite good conditions.
Yeah.
Ploughing in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to ploughing?
I did, yeah. Out in Chagas, in the old park, yeah.
You know, like the
and
real
the fighting cocks ones,
and like your
like electric picnic, 10 minutes before it's
like, it was like trying to play a rugby match in that. And you could barely catch it. You could barely run.
Brutal,
you couldn't actually run. Like, it was like running through a ploughed field. So we went down and we won 6-3, and sure, it didn't really matter. But
6-3.
But the only thing was, like, we know now about the importance of, like, girls, especially seeing, like, role models and seeing people on the TV, and, like, it was the worst game that anyone could watch. Like, it looked terrible. But I would challenge anyone to try and play a game in that standard. It wouldn't look good.
Absolutely.
No one would look good. Like,
Absolutely.
you know, it was horrific.
Yeah,
you
the
couldn't,
best in the world. Like,
no one could play. Like,
you couldn't do it.
So, like, I remember, like, bringing up the cup to Connacht for a game, and I remember, like, bringing it around, and I remember someone I was smart ass in the stand going, "Oh, did you see the game? They couldn't even pass the ball." I was like, you know, yourself. You couldn't. You just couldn't. So. That was the Grand Slam then. And
what's the standout in that Grand Slam?
Oh, sure. For me, it had to be the hat-trick against England, because like, we never beaten them ever, and then to get a hat-trick, and especially in the first half. So that for me was the highlight. I suppose then another point, like, in the Wales game, I got my big toe to the ball that could have been grounded on the Wales. So that's like one of the girls, Maz Riley, always talks about that. Yeah, your hat trick was great, but if you didn't get your foot to that we wouldn't have won that game, and then there would be no Grand Slam, and you know what would happen then.
What does it mean to you, though, to make history? Like,
sometimes, like, you think about it that it's great, and other times you wonder, did it have any effect? And you would question it, because what happened, unfortunately, at the time, the RFU didn't really capitalise on that, and things got worse actually until now. So they didn't use it like, and we made history. We went on in 2014 and came fourth in the World Cup, won the Six Nations 2015, but then nothing was done, and it was kind of let die.
That's a pity, isn't it?
It's a shame.
Die, really. And it's only now, the last year or two, that they're coming back.
Well, they had a good World Cup.
They had a really good World Cup and could have been in the semi-final. Really unlucky. So in a way, you're like, God, that was opportunity wasted. We did make history, but it wasn't used.
Like, if you look at, I wouldn't say I'm a sports fan, right? I'd watch two flies go up that wall, and I love it. I'm a sports fan.
Yeah.
And so I did watch Women's Rugby World Cup, and I looked how England, or the English, I don't know, their governing body, Rugby Union governing body,
The RFU,
promoted their, like, that Ellie Kildone.
Oh, she's unbelievable.
Is an absolute, I'd say she might get an Oscar and everything this year. Like, but how they promoted the game and her, like, after their last group game, I knew they were going to win the competition.
Yeah, they were brilliant.
And you kind of,
I thought Canada might have done it when I saw Canada in the
semi. They were, for me looking at them, they were overachieving.
Canada?
Yeah.
You might. Yeah, well, you're obviously right.
No, but look, and I don't know, but it looked like to me that, because they looked surprised when they won the big games.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, we won.
Yeah, they had a lot of players that, like, Canada women got the silver medal in the sevens in the Olympics, and a lot of same players, and they weren't expected to get that silver in the Olympics. So it was a lot of same players. So they kind of have an ability to, perform at a really big stage and cause upsets. So I kind of thought maybe, but then you kind of knew England were always in second or third gear all through that championship until the final, really,
But the point I'm trying to make is, you look at their promotion, how they put up a level, and you look at the success your group had, and there was no further promotion.
Yeah.
There was no further.
It's the total opposite effect,
Isn't
isn't it?
Yeah. Like, and it could have been used so well, but what happened was, two Australian guys came in to run it, and they just focused on sevens. So it was all sevens. And I played sevens, and I love sevens, and I played professionally. I had a contract, but it was all sevens. 7, 7, 7. So they just didn't have any interest in 15s.
Is that because is that a monetary thing? The sevens is more...
Look, it wasn't making any money, but I just think, I don't know, part of me thinks they just thought it's better for women to play sevens.
Right, okay.
Like, and I don't
Is
think
that
that's
the same size pitch?
Yeah.
And half the players.
Half the players. It's only 14 minutes, but, like, it's 14 minutes of absolute hell.
But
like,
it's end to end, like.
End to end. It's a really unusual fitness. I can't describe the fitness. Like,
try play a 5-a-side soccer on a full-size pitch.
Yeah, like, it's like, and I was.
That's what it is, though.
Like, I was a winger, so, like, when we were defending, like, a scrum, I would just be so frightened. You'd be
I say position is a lot different.
You just see, like, one pass, two pass, and out to some speedy winger, and I'm like, oh my God, I have so much space to defend, and you're so fast. You'd be literally like.
But didn't they run, I don't know if they still are, they run like a monthly series, didn't they?
The World Series. So what's happened is, there's been a lot of controversy about this. So there was a World Series, and we were on that. So it was like, if you played in Dubai, now the women's were slightly different. You played in Canada. Where else we played? Brazil. Like, it was great. You travel the world. And the men's sevens team were on it as well. But then the women got relegated last year, so they are now in some qualifier to try and get back onto the World Series.
Okay.
And then the RFU pulled the men's sevens completely. Even though
did not have good Olympic success.
They had a really good Olympics. They, like, to be honest, the lads in the Olympics were so unlucky. They could have won a medal.
Yeah.
Like, their game against Fiji was like,
and Fiji beat Kingpins.
Yeah, and like the Ireland men could easily have had a medal. That's the thing about sevens. You could have a medal or you could be knocked. Like, it's an unpredictable game. So the new performance director has just pulled sevens in men's sevens only in a cost cutting. So the men's sevens has gone completely, and they were like really good to
And
watch.
they kept the women's one is still going.
They see the women's as being a development for the 15s game, so they keep it for that.
Well,
sense.
surely the same applies for men, no?
Yeah, like you look at, there's some like Zach Ward playing for Ulster at the moment. A lot of people are talking about him.
Yeah.
He came through the sevens. Like a lot of them did, but then their argument is, they would have come through anyway. Well, look, it should just be there for its own purpose. It should just be there for men to play sevens.
Absolutely.
Whether they want to ever play 15s or not. Like
it is a great game.
It is a great game.
It's a great game to
and
watch.
What I find is sevens will
You'd be tired looking at it, wouldn't you?
Correct.
Like my brother wouldn't be a rugby fan at all. Doesn't like rugby. Would like soccer and GA, but he would like prefer to watch sevens now over 15s because he's like, it's more exciting. So you get people that maybe traditionally don't follow rugby will follow sevens. So it should be there regardless of whether it develops for 15s or not. Like play within its own regard as its own sport, if that makes sense.
But is there what's the seven scene like locally then? Is there
See, it's not really. That's the thing. Like
so
that's the thing about rugby. Like
it?
you don't really play sevens in Ireland unless you're a professional.
Yeah,
like, you don't you don't go up to like Carlow Rugby Club.
Yeah, they haven't got a sevens team. Yeah, I get you.
Like everyone's playing 15s now. Sevens in Ireland would be a summer thing that you play a bit of crack, like tag, but you'd go play like Kilkenny sevens or Kinsale sevens, but it's all. Like there'd be a lot of drink at them.
No barbecue and
Fuck's sake.
Imagine drinking. But like it'd be more like a summer kind of a thing in Ireland. It wouldn't be like you wouldn't be playing sevens leagues or anything. Like
the structure and
Is there any rugby league in Ireland?
A little bit.
Carlow had a rugby league team
for a while.
Ivor O'Loughlin was
Ivor,
on there, right?
My husband actually played.
Did he?
There was a lot of them.
They went on a mystery tour one year. My cousin played for them.
Who's that?
Hugh Cairn. He played for whose husband?
Gally's his name, Alan Galvin.
I'd say Hughie knows it, but I remember the year he was playing, they went on a mystery tour. Like end of season mystery tour. They all went to Barcelona.
Go away.
Yeah, seemingly Ivor O'Loughlin went. It was a big Hughie must have played for 5 or 6 years, I'd say.
Yeah, they had a big thing. Yeah, what were they called? The Carlow Crusaders, was it?
Crusaders. Yeah, they had the gear and everything. How was deadly,
the rugby league was kind of big for a while. It's not played a lot in Ireland in general. It's obviously huge up in north of England.
Hull, Leeds.
Like my brother lives in Manchester. It'd be big there, and be big and like. Obviously, it's huge in Australia. It's huge, and then parts of New Zealand, and then obviously.
I think it's an absolute lunacy of a game, rugby league.
I watch it sometimes. I either find it's either a very good game or not a good game.
Like, what's the difference in the rules?
It's just pick it up and hit.
There's no rucks. There's no rucks.
Just pick it up and hit, and you can only take 3 hits.
You have to roll the ball back with touching your foot.
Yeah, you can only take 3 hits.
And
so I can only carry the ball 3 times in one phase, and what is it, 6 phases and a kick or something? I don't
actually really know all the rules, but it's different defence as well. They have to get back further, and
it just
13-man game, and so it's different, but like similar. Like a lot of defensive structures would come from rugby league. Like Andy Farrell, obviously, different things would come from rugby league. Like we would have had moves that our coach would have got from rugby league and stuff that. So look, they have influences on each other.
Yeah,
but it's not that big in Ireland, really.
How just something sparked in my mind there. You're talking about coaching and predetermined moves. You see them all the time in rugby. How long does it take to get them right?
Oh God, like
it looks like they're practiced.
It's like
so
like
much.
anything. If you are slightly off with your run, or like so many little factors will.
Timing is crucial.
Timing, the timing, or like. There'd be certain, like there was one move I remember I couldn't run the line. Like you saw, running lines. It's a bit like American football, running lines and everything. Like basketball would have a lot of that as well, set plays and stuff. But like I remember it was one particular move I just could not get. Like I couldn't get the line because I was either whatever it was, can't even remember. I was getting in the way of someone. And then, like, I was meant to be getting the ball or not getting it, but I just couldn't run that line. And I remember we were playing, like, France. And they were calling moves like, don't go this move. And me and the other winger, we couldn't get it. We could not, like, I always remember whatever move it was. But yeah, like, the factors, like, and for them to work really well, they have to be, like, on point. You have to be selling it. The deception has to be there. You have to.
Oh, I love the selling.
Yeah.
I love the step in. The step in dummy run.
Yeah.
Do you know what the nine has it?
Yeah. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
And like what we would have said is rather being a dummy runner, for them to work really well is that genuinely everyone
give me it.
Everyone is an option.
Yeah.
That you are like if you're if you're the option, like if it's the right, like if you're the right option, you should be getting the ball. And it's up to then the playmaker, but you to be calling it. So like if I felt I was the right option, I need to be demanding it. And that's what is when it really works, is because genuinely everyone thinks that they are going to be an option, and it's up then. The decision is, was that the right decision to give to that runner?
But that puts and this is only my coaching head, by making sure everyone has an option, you're much harder to defend against.
Yeah, of course. Like,
because if you knew that, well, that's a dummy run.
Yeah,
oh no,
like,
he's got it.
Or you see someone run too early, like so they're gone ahead of the ball, or like they're not selling it, or they're not. Like our coach used to have a thing like Hollywood. He used to like literally say like Hollywood, like even for other like Hollywood, like look like you're like, we used to do things like where, you know, like in the back tree, you'd be running certain types of defence, and he'd get you to come up, and then they'd see me coming up as the winger, coming up, you know, 4 up, like, and then at the last minute I'd come back. So they're like, oh, she's up, so the backfield is open. Then I'd come back last minute, they're like, oh, the backfield's not open. So you're kind of playing these mind games, or Hollywood, or say the scrum, it was going right, you'd be like, oh, we're selling it, it's going left. But you kind of had to be ready to for anything then. Like, you know, because unpredictability is necessary as well. So like, at times as well, and I would have been an unpredictable player. I'd sometimes go off script. But at the same time, you couldn't do that. You had to know your place and time to do that too. Like,
but you need that kind of disguise, right?
Yeah. It's reading the situation, right? Isn't it?
But you need that disguise, that little disguise where, as you said,
when they come off,
I'm stepping up. So here's my mind again. So you're playing the wing, you're stepping up, right? The opposition 9 sees you coming, puts his head down, picks up the ball. All of a sudden he looks, I'm going to kick it. Oh no, I can't kick it. She's just dropped back.
Yeah.
Like the disguise in that. Like that is so.
Or even like, you say you're like, if you know, like you're the blind winger and you're trailing like the line, you're trailing. They're like, well, there's someone extra coming into the line, just takes someone's eye for that split second, and they just get caught looking in, or caught distracted by someone's movement, and then that's kind of how the holes. You know, like in New Zealand, they say, like, go fishing to see who bites, like the defence bites, bite in, like. So, you know, the playmaker go fishing, see who bites. So it's, you know, like all those little things, like, especially defensively being hard, like you're watching, there's runners coming and they're running angle, and you're like, you know, where's the ball going? And you get caught turned in, or you get caught turned out, or you get whatever.
What about the defending, Alison? Is it the closest person tackles?
Oh, I won't even get into that, because there's like, it's not it's a lot more complicated. Like, depends on what systems you're running, but like,
it's zonal basically.
Well, there's different ways you can defend the ball, or you can defend the man. So, but like, we'll be here for.
Oh yeah, no, but I love it though.
Explain to me what's the captain's run?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
What's that? Like, I haven't heard 100 times saying, boys, run for a captain's run today for the match.
Captain's run.
Like, is it just a fucking run?
It's just your.
Before every day, before every match.
It's a rugby term. It's basically like your last training session before the game.
So that's what it is.
Yeah. Captain's run. I suppose the captain runs it. That's what it's mainly like.
No coaches involved.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. God, it's so long since I did a captain's run. Obviously, like our captain would have ran it, but would they have come in? I presume they'd come in if it wasn't going well.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaches. I know. I'm trying to remember. It's been like 6 years.
You often hear all the teams in
I know the coaches would have directed some of it, but then we would have had time as well. Where it was just the captain. Yeah.
It's so far.
I'm so far out of it now. It's funny. Like, isn't it funny how you can live your life a certain way for a long, long time, and then come out of it and kind of have to not remember parts of it either, because you're in a complete different life now. You know, like,
well, when you have ADHD, that happens. You know.
Look, you can laugh, but that is.
You know, like you live a life for so long.
It's almost like you have to forget it, Alison, to move on.
Yeah, and like.
That's the truth. Like
people like are like, what would you replace it with? I wouldn't want to replace it, because I was so obsessed with it that I would not want I was so obsessed with rugby, like my father, very like my father in personality and obsessiveness. You know, that I was so obsessed about rugby that I wouldn't want my life to be like that now when I have kids, and for something to come along and for me to be that obsessed about it. That wouldn't be healthy, I don't think. And I wouldn't want my life to be like that, because it was all consuming, it was all I did, it was all I thought about. No, I tried to be more balanced. I tried to be balanced, but that was what like I was doing at the time. Obviously worked and everything, but like I wouldn't want now to take up triathlons and be that obsessed about it.
Yeah, you're not going high rocks.
Do you know, do you know what I've done lately? I had a baby there 9 months ago, so I've gone back running in St. David's, and I do like some of the park runs and stuff, and I like, do you know, I like to be able to like have a few glasses of wine the night before, and like you know, my husband was like, are you doing that now? Like, it's 9:10. I'm like,
yeah, I'm a fuck international.
It's 9:10. Like, it's in Grey Cullen.
Yeah,
like, I'll be grand
I
here
could drink
even
3 bottles.
at 20 past. I'll be in at 25 past, and they'd laugh at me because I might get to the start around 9:28, and I just run.
Yeah.
So I like being able to be active now and still, but not be like obsessed or worrying. Because
You'll never coach, will you?
I did. Well, like, that's the story. I did a lot of coaching last year. One thing or the other, and I was actually involved with the Bennekerry to Northern Ladies.
Oh yeah,
All Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my role was undefined because when they asked me to do it, I was like, okay, I'll come in, but like I don't really know what to do. So in fairness, now we had a great bunch of guys. Chris Townsend, man in charge. We had Conor Byrne, and we had Niall Barrett. So I just said I will do a bit of everything. So I did a bit of like.
Niall Barrett's going into Rogue this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, is he?
The Niall man going into Rogue.
Is he?
Along
As a manager?
along with the 2 boys was there,
Cormac and
Richie.
Richie. Okay.
Niall Barrett is going in with them, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's all I was told, yeah.
Yeah.
Over Christmas, many
I'll
times.
have to ask him now.
Yeah.
I'll text him later.
Yeah.
So what were we saying? What was I saying?
Coaching.
Oh yeah, so I was with the Bennekerry to Ladies. So I do a little bit of mental prep. I do a bit of the coaching. I'd stop a drill and go right and just change. This is not like real life. This is great. It's a nice tidy drill, but like it's not going to be nice and tidy in the game. Or you know, I tell them they were a great bunch of girls. In fairness, and like if things weren't good enough, I would be blunt enough to say it, and they never complained.
What's your
Respect,
never? No, but like some people be like, oh yeah, but this that. They're like,
are you a shouter?
No, the girls would have been said like I find that a rugby dressing room is a lot calmer than a GA dressing room.
Yeah.
I would have had to say, because in a rugby dressing room, you'd have someone, it'd be all like what we can fix and what's going wrong. Like, yeah, there is emotion, a bit of it, but like I found in GA to be like everyone talking and screaming. And the first round of the championship, we do not need to be this emotional.
Yeah,
we do not need to be emotional. It's the first round of the championship. If we're going to be like this now, what are you going to be like in a final?
That's the parochial thing, though.
Yeah,
I always say
you'd
that.
have to be a bit more measured. So,
that's the parochial thing.
Like, I never panicked. I wouldn't be a shouter. Oh, I'd be able to. I think you lose your effect anyway shouting if you're shouting all the time. I think you have more effect
110%.
if you like that. You know, a person is measured, and then they say, you know, then give a direct shout.
Yeah.
I think that's far more effective than someone. You know, you just fall. The person is shouting all the time. You just kind of.
Oh, you don't hear them.
You don't hear them. You're just like background noise.
You don't hear them.
So no, but I'd be direct and I, you know, call things out when they're not good enough. But in fairness, the girls were so good. Like, you know, the guy said one day, I was like, if you know, something to pursue them, I was like that's not good enough. Like, we can make excuse and you can say this, and they were like, yeah, you're right. There was never any like fight back. There was never any. No wonder they won the All Ireland. And in fairness, Chris is a great coach, and Conor, and we all brought our own strengths and weaknesses. So like the odd time, like Chris Townsend was out there every night of the week between playing himself and coaching. So, you know, he might have trained at 7, so I take the last part of the session. I put my own spin on what I felt they needed to do, or what I felt.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. Yeah, I did. And then I was coaching Connacht women as well the same year, so there was a lot of driving up to Galway. Not coaching them. I wouldn't say coaching. I was helping here or there.
Involved.
And then I did 2 years ago, I did Carlow IT men's team.
Brilliant.
Johnny Tobin roped me in. Johnny, are you listening? Johnny roped me in. I was like, how have I got myself into it? So I did that. I did just once a week. And what I still do, but I haven't done it now in a while because I was obviously had the baby, was there's 2 South Africans that run a private rugby academy. And it's called Rugby Academy Ireland. And they...
Based in Carlow?
No. It was based in Naas first, and now they're in Stradbally. So basically...
Leash?
Yeah, imagine rugby at Leash. Rugby at Stradbally. I actually know a lot of Stradbally GA crowd. Are you sure, Alison, there's rugby there? I've never seen anyone. I was like, I tell you, going to Stupid Valley, you see a lot of South African guys running around. So it's basically a private rugby academy. The 2 South Africans run it. And what I really enjoy coaching there is you're not coaching a team. You're coaching individuals to be trying to be better. So like you run sessions, right, with them. But you're just looking at John trying to improve his passing, or Mike trying to improve his footwork or whatever.
Development's at 100 miles an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's quite enjoyable because you're just working with them. So I do that once a week. So I kind of stay in touch with coaching. I don't know if I want to coach Like, I've been told I'm good at it, but at the same time, I think you know yourself from coaching, it's all in. It's way more than playing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you can't do it half-arse,
you
can you?
can't do it. And like, I have a young family, I have a 4-year-old and a 10-month-old, and I kind of want to just concentrate on them. And like, I was so fit for so long in my life, and then a period last year I was so unfit that I was like, I want to just, you know, do a bit of running myself, or
Mammy time here.
play
now.
a bit of golf, or whatever it
Play a
is.
bit of golf, you do?
Well, I have a friend, Brendan Murphy, right? Plays off scratch, excuse me, Brendan Murphy. He's in Abbey Leagues Golf Club, and he's a good friend of mine. And he used to always say, Alison, you should take up golf now in your 20s, because when you retire from rugby and football and everything, you'll want to play golf, and you'll be so bad at it that it'll annoy you. And he was right. But I played a bit with him, and I was actually in Kilkee for a year.
He's a great track, yeah.
Yeah, we did a women's get into golf, which was great, and then we joined then for the year. But sure, I barely played. But I could go out with my friend Brendan in Abbey Leagues, and I enjoy it. But without him, I'm like, what club do I hold? What way do I stand? So I do enjoy
You're
it.
so sporty, you pick it up very quickly.
Yeah, but you know what I find? I still find golf really intimidating. Like, I find it like intimidating going on into the club. Like, I don't know, not into the club, I don't know. Like, I did a pro-am years
Standing
ago.
on the tee box.
Well, I don't mind once you get past the first one, because you're like, everyone's watching. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing and not hit anything. It's so embarrassing. But it's more so I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. Like, I naturally can hit the ball well, and I can drive it. Like,
Yeah, you have the athleticism, like you have the
like,
flexibility.
I want the lad to be
athleticism
like, it hit as far as a man, because it was strong and powerful. And I like, I don't actually like the short game, like chip game, whatever. But that's so time consuming. I don't have the time for it at the moment. But I was doing a pro-am years ago in 2018, and it was in a tie. I had never played golf. Well, I played it with my dad. I'd say playing, more like caddying for him. But and there was a photographer at the first, and I was like, oh, they just
Turn off
please
the fucking camera.
stop,
Yeah.
like stop. I don't even know if I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
And the woman asked me, I was like, I've never played. Like, she's like, oh yeah. I think she thought I was being modest. So she goes, I was like, how do I hold it? She's like, oh, you really never played. So then I was hitting it, and then I was like, oh, please hit it, and I hit it, thank God. And I even parred one of the holes. So yeah, my coach, but like, it's very time consuming, and I don't know, like, I do enjoy it. I just don't think it's the right time at the moment.
Yeah. I think the time consuming thing for coaching for me is you need to see results.
Yeah.
And even if you're talking about that academy in Stradbally, even though it's non-competitive, you still need to see results in development.
Yeah, and I think it was very satisfying with the Bennekerry and Ryland girls, because
you were seeing results.
Sometimes you're trying to put in like GA now is so, like, I played back, the last time I played GA was 2012, and to see where the game has gone now with, like, kick out strategies and presses and everything, to see where the game is now, like where it's gone. But for us in Bennekerry, the great thing was, the longer we stayed in the competition, the more time you've got to, perfect or those strategies that you like. Sometimes people are overcomplicating things, and you don't have the skill level or the fitness or anything to run them, so it's pointless.
Or the players.
Yeah. Or like, you don't, like, pointless. Sometimes, like, get back to basics, get, like, able to, like, do things properly, skill level, basics. But with Bennekerry, what happened was, the longer we stayed in the competition, you actually got better at being able to do those, presses or, like, strategies, kick out strategies or whatever they were. And the longer you stayed in, they got better and better and better, and, like, just start playing better and, like, getting used to things, or, like, things you're trying to get them to do. Like, I wanted them to be more physical, which is hard enough in the game.
Yeah, big
in
ask.
ladies football, because I think that's one thing that I'd like to see change in ladies football. Like, the girls that play county football now are so physical, they're all lifting weights, but yet the game is not reflecting, that. So,
as in from the power side,
it's like from the tackle, like,
okay, gotcha.
And they like to be, you're nearly punished if you're a physical women's footballer, because you can't use it.
Yeah.
So I was getting them to be more physical within the game, So the longer they stayed in, the better they got and the more confident, and then they won the All-Ireland, and, like, it was brilliant. So yeah, you do need to have it's the staying in the game and having the time and seeing the results, and then, it was great that they did that, like,
Yeah, it was brilliant. Probably unexpected as well, right? To go and win
Yeah,
Ireland,
like, because the year before we got knocked out in the first round of the Leinster Championship, so, but, you have a very good coach there in Chris Townsend, and great players, the girls, and I think
We had Lauren on here, sure.
Yeah, sure. Lauren, like, you know, Lauren is so multi-talented. Like,
Yeah,
there's not,
superstar,
like, Lauren, like, had won, like, international athletics, obviously soccer. Her mum was obviously, you know, a legend, long jump. You know, her cousins and all that. So, like, Lauren is one of those girls that whatever sport she picks, she'll excel.
Oh, she'd probably be a century scorer in snooker. Like.
Yeah, like I would have looked at Lauren going, I loved her to play rugby. Like, I love to see her playing rugby. But sure, Lauren, when Lauren got the ball, like, just her ability to turn and just drop a defender as she's turning, like, you just
different level.
So we had Lauren and you've Cleena and all the girls. Like, they're all brilliant. Like, and Leah Mullins at her age just was
Leah was around a long time.
Leah just got better and better. Like,
big girl, isn't she?
Oh, Jesus.
She went back the way. Remember last time I was talking to her, time she was playing. I kind of, she would have been a forwardish.
Yeah,
but she went back the way, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She ended up as a cornerback, didn't she?
Yeah, and like she was named as a cornerback, but you know, the game now. But sure, she just got better and better every, you know.
Tell me this last one I have for you. Talk to me about the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I suppose.
Oh yeah, one I met earlier.
Yeah. I suppose it was a bit of a surprise, really, because now one way to make you feel really old was that and being on Reeling in the Ears. And the kids
Have you been on Reeling in the Ears?
Yeah, twice.
Shut up.
Yeah. And I get slang going,
Oh,
you're
no
on Reeling in the
way.
Ears, you're really old. And I was like, great.
That's a fucking achievement, though.
Yeah. So between that and then, I don't know, it was great. Like, they only start inducting the women in, like, Fiona Cochran was the first. And then I was the second, actually. So
Pro
Fiona was the
right?
captain of your team, was it?
yeah, and like a brilliant captain. So to the
Seriously, pro bombing.
yeah, it was brilliant. And like the only regret really that mum and dad weren't around to see it because they had such a huge influence.
Yeah.
And they were great parents in that they were supportive but not pushy. But also, like, I remember I wouldn't get out of the car and St. Albans to run a race one day, and my mum was like, "Get out of that car!
Why
If you
wouldn't
get
you
out
get
of
out?
that." I was too shy, or I didn't want to be there, or whatever.
Okay.
She knew that if I got out of the car, I'd win.
Yeah.
So nowadays that would be considered pushy. But
Yeah.
once I ran the race, I ran for the rest of my life. Then I loved athletics. I just
Yeah,
needed a push.
yeah.
But like, it's funny because nowadays, if anyone saw mother doing that, they'd be like, "Oh, that's very."
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Jeez, leave the poor child. She doesn't want to
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
But Mum knew me well. She knew that I was just shy and I needed to get on the line and run. And it's just knowing your child, I think, you know. So
But I don't think they had to be pushy. I think you were so involved and engrossed in sport.
yeah, they
A
were.
nudge more than a push, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were supportive.
Tip.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't always come
Go
to
on.
every game, or they didn't, you know, they'd come to some of them. They didn't, like, you know, but they'd tell you what you needed to hear or encourage you. Or, you know, they were very, sure, look, we all were quite sporty. Poor Mum tried to get us all to play the piano and none of us ever did. Grace, my sister, played. Shout
I'd
out
say you
to
started
Grace.
sawing it or something, did you?
I think Grace learned My Little Teapot after about 5
Oh, yeah.
years. So
Well done. six grand well spent.
yeah, and oftentimes still now I like to myself, geez, I wish I was not so one-dimensional. Maybe I did take up an art class
Do you
there
think
recently.
you're one-dimensional?
No, sometimes I just think I'm just too
You played about
focused on
15
sport.
sports.
Yeah, but I mean only sport. Like, do you ever, like, I'm like,
Music or
yeah, I'm not. Like, I'm a bit of an outlier in my house. I'm not really into music. Where my rest of the siblings would be into music and concerts. Where I'm weirdo. Like, I'm the only person in Laois probably never would have gone to Electric Picnic.
I haven't gone either.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, there's two of
I
us
think
there.
I've gone past it.
You're definitely not gone past
I'm
Electric Picnic. You can go
40.
at
you're
any
not,
age.
but he definitely is, yeah.
No, anyone could go Electric Picnic at any age. You can go.
I don't think I could do it. I might a day pass maybe.
Yeah, I'm weird.
I was never myself, being honest.
Have you not?
No, and I'd
There's
be
Three Stooges here that I've never been to Electric Picnic.
very curly and more.
Where is your Hall of Fame award? Where is it?
Did I get an award?
You must have got something.
Oh, woman.
Did I?
I just went for the cup of tea. and
Yeah,
I
the
came
food
out
was
then.
nice.
Dressed up, on a bit of a
Hotel
dress.
was
bit of
nice,
grub.
yeah.
You must have got an award, surely. Something to commemorate anyway.
Must have, but
I don't know where it is.
did I get?
Tells me everything.
We've
though, to be
moved
honest.
house since.
Not an excuse.
I was living in Palatine, now we're living in Collection.
Not an excuse.
So
Like, surely that would be in a box by itself. It's a Hall of Fame
I'm
award.
sure you'd fit in the car. Like.
yeah.
I don't even know now that I get anything.
You must have got
You
something.
did.
Sure.
I don't know, do you get anything, or is it just like, you know, like
Yeah.
Hall of
A
Fame?
certificate or like.
I'll have to check that.
Ah,
out.
she's
I'm going to check it right now.
Say, Alison
Is
Miller,
there a
you're in
picture
the
of it
Hall
or
of Fame.
something?
It must be.
I know.
I don't know. Shane Horgan was there.
Where was
with me.
it on?
Intercontinental Hotel in Ballsbridge.
Mm.
Was it packed?
It was busy, yeah. It was very busy because Shane Horgan, obviously, he'd be all there for him. No, it was very busy because it's kind of like they're kind of like corporate things as well that they open up to companies and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was busy.
Do I have a word?
I don't know though. I can't remember. Like,
Do you know what? I can't actually see anything that I can see the event in that, but I can't see that you were handed anything. If that makes oh no, that's the trophy. Do you know what? Maybe you didn't.
Maybe
I'd find that ridiculous if you didn't.
So how to just call you up on the stage for speech? And
I
say,
did have a speech. I was interviewed.
You're okay though.
I'm
You're
fine.
Okay
I'm
with
fine for
that. So
talking.
you do media work.
Yeah. Oh, well, like I was listening to you earlier, and one thing that I can do is I can talk a lot, and I can make conversation with anyone. And if you ever met me for coffee, you'd want to like drop 5 hours of your day that you're going to lose. So it's my biggest strength and weakness in one, talking, because I'll be like, I can, gift to the gab, and I can talk, and I can, get up on the stage and talk to anyone. I'm not shy. But then I'm like, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock and I haven't done this, and I've been talking for 3 hours.
Though, Alison. You're like I can get the vibe, the bounce, the electricity off you like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a glass half full person, no doubt about it.
Well, I'm more positive. Someone couldn't understand this the other day. I'm more positive about other people, if that makes sense, than myself. So I'd be great at, like, say if I had kids in school, I'd be like, or whoever, kids, I'd be like, you're really good at this and you're really good at that. And look, you need to work on that and you need to, but I'd be more down on myself, if that makes sense. I'd be more hard on myself than other people. I'd be great for, like...
You set your own standards higher.
I don't even know if it's that, like, people would say, the Ben Kerry girls would say that I made them think that they could do anything, or they,
Yeah, I love
but
that person.
Yeah, but
Papa has that a bit.
But I don't... I'd be a bit more... it's probably the self-doubt with myself that I'd be more, be complimentary of other people. And I have one thing that I don't do. I try... The first thing that I say about someone, I don't try and talk shit about people, because I think I'm self-aware enough of myself to know that I've got a lot of flaws and that I probably annoy people with whatever I do. So if there's something annoys me about someone, well, that's only one small part of them that, like, is probably annoying. So, like... that at the time, like, they're,
Are you religious?
I don't go to mass, but
would you have faith?
I wouldn't say like I'm traditional religious in the sense that I go to mass, but I have a belief in doing the right thing and helping people. And
that's why I asked you, because someone that wouldn't backbite or say a negative about a person
is a mass goer.
Not that they're a mask or, but
I would call people out. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm not afraid to take someone on and tell them when they're out of line. Yeah, that's different. Yeah. But like, people are very like.
But you start a conversation. See your man on the road there.
Yeah,
idiot.
like, people are past remarkable. I just see the state you, man. Or just state you on. I hate.
Which happens a lot.
I really don't like that. Like, I hate that. I really hate, like, when someone is like, first thing you say about someone. Oh, I would genuinely be like, oh no, I think I like that person. Like, But I think if someone is out of line, no, don't get me wrong. If someone's out of line and you call them out, like, I would be the first now to be saying that's not right. Like, I would call people out. I'd be known to do that. I think that's different, though.
What's wrong with that, though?
There's nothing wrong with that, because you need to call someone out if they're not acting right, or if something's wrong. If something's not right and, you're being screwed over, and you need to, like,
it's very easy
advocate for yourself.
It's very easy for people to portray that image, right? And a lot of people would like to be that person. I'll call out this. I'll do.
It's hard,
I see it in the professional world and work. I see it in sport, but very few actually do it. Because confrontation isn't something that people like.
You see, I would try not to be a yes woman. That is what I would pride myself on, not being a yes woman and doing the thing, even if it, like, even it goes against you.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, actually, Claire Ryan, our principal Leo's quoted that all the time when we were in school.
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Yeah. No, like, I think, you're better off saying it how it is, and you can do it in a nice way. You don't have to, like, you can call someone out on something and say it in a nice way.
It's the way you say it.
It's the way you say it. And I would be known to, I'd be a very bubbly person, very, like, and friendly.
I never guess that.
But I think sometimes people will get a bit of a shock then if I
go straight.
Yeah, when I go into very Miller mode, which is
the Miller mode,
which is leash, We're known for
It's
being
like something you have on a t-shirt.
yeah,
isn't it?
Miller mode.
Welcome to Miller mode.
Yeah, it's like when we don't beat around the bush, we're quite direct.
yeah,
And if I think something's wrong, I will say it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, no, I don't think that's right. No, you know, I'd be the one to work to say something. Well, no, I don't think that. And it's not being confrontational for the sake of it, because there's a fine line between calling things out and then just being a negative Nancy.
Correct.
You know, and negativity spirals and all that. But like, it has to be, you have to, I suppose, just do it for the right reason, I suppose.
You have to observe the right situation to do it.
Exactly, yeah, you know.
Anyway,
I've bored you enough.
Yeah. No, we're not done yet. And that's the first half of the podcast. Alison Miller.
Coffee break now.
Yeah.
No, we do. We've quick fire questions.
Oh, go on.
Brought to you by Neighbourhood Cafe and Roastery
like
on Barrack
And I
Street.
go to Neighbourhood Cafe.
Yeah.
The next ones should be free.
Yes.
Just mention Papa.
I was
Put
only
on
in there
Papa's
Saturday
sleigh.
morning after the park run. There it
Oh,
was.
yeah, okay.
There you go.
A nice protein ball and a nice Americano.
Do you know
Very
that the
nice.
source and roast, single origin specialty coffee for cafe, wholesale and retail? Making the world a better place, one neighbourhood coffee at a time. Love where you live. Or sorry, it's hashtag love where you live. It's hashtag still a thing, yeah.
Hashtag.
See neighbourhoodcoffee.ie. Papa, this is on you, my amigo.
Okay, here we go. First cap for Ireland. Nerves or excitement?
Oh, nerves.
Grand Slam 2013. Hardest match or best moment?
Hardest match.
Fastest winger you ever faced?
Cat Merchant. England winger.
Rapid.
Rapid, yeah.
My man. Favourite try in the green jersey? Which one of the three against England?
No, it has been. The New Zealand try was unbelievable.
That's actually not my favourite try. My
Is
favorite,
it not?
No, it's a most important try, but my favourite try is against Australia in 2017 World Cup. Yeah.
Describe it.
Jenny Murphy kicks a ball. I run onto it, kind of get on a nice bounce. I get around one player, I think, and step inside another, swerve and a handoff, and not into the corner, but kind of not under the post, but not too far away. So it's on YouTube.
Great try.
So that's my favourite try that I scored, because I had a bit of everything in it. Good bit of evasion.
Man, if I had your catalogue of tries in that, I'd be walking around with one of them billboards just constantly showing all the tries I scored.
Yeah.
Oh, I do tell the kids at school
Yeah.
sometimes, they're like, what would
Yeah.
you know about rugby, miss? I'm like,
Tune in.
Yeah.
Eyes on the
Get
board.
onto
Watch
YouTube.
this. Bang.
One word for you, YouTube.
yes, yeah.
That New Zealand try in 2014. Instinct or planned move?
Instinct.
Oh, love that. Training session you hated the most?
Anything too
Run a line.
running lines, yeah. Anything too technical. Yeah.
Overcoaching.
Just
you.
You're a very natural player, I'd say, yeah.
I think I just preferred games, yeah.
Mm.
I would have struggled with the line running early on in my career and moves, but it got easier as I went on. Yeah.
One teammate you'd always want beside you?
One teammate I'd always jeez, that's a hard one. On the pitch, is it? Or off the pitch?
Any.
Oh, Jeannie. God, I can't. I'll insult them all. But Lynn Cantwell because she used to give me deliver the ball to me all the time. She was a great service
For your tries.
Yeah, and defensively she was brilliant. And she's running rugby in Ireland now in the women's game, so
Brilliant.
she's kind of a bit of a
guru.
legend, yeah, and a guru, yeah.
Best advice you ever received in rugby?
Jeannie, best advice. Someone just said, you can get the ball and you can do anything. I think it was like literally like just
Believe in yourself, sort of.
yeah. And then I got good advice from Joey Carberry Senior in a tie as well. He's just like, don't overthink it, don't worry too much, don't forget where you're from, just play.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Just
Yeah.
I used to go to him for skill work. And he would have helped me a lot as well. Like a lot of people helped me, so just shout out to Joey there. He would have taken me in a tie for skill sessions. Oh.
Brilliant.
Teacher or rugby player? Which came more naturally?
Ask the kids in a tie. Rugby player probably. Oh, yeah. Hard
How
times.
many years teaching?
Oh God! You see, I taught in St. Leo's years ago, and then I was playing sevens for a while, so I wasn't teaching, and then I went back. So I'm teaching since about 23 or 24. I won't say what age I am now.
I know.
I'm only 36.
No, you're not. You are lying.
Bloody Wikipedia.
First class in St. Leo's, we're running around the track. We're not doing religion.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, yeah. One word to describe Irish women's rugby today.
Yeah, they're better and better and better. Yeah. I suppose watch the space. That's not one word.
So we'll allow it.
We'll allow it. You have certain rules there. You're okay.
Yeah, I have my own rules.
Biggest change you've seen in the women's game?
I think on the spectator side, there's more actually like the Women's World Cup was 80,000 at it. Like
massive.
You wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah.
Back even the World Cup.
Some numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, huge. Like sold out before. It was sold out before even they knew who was in the final.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If not rugby, what sport would you have played?
Ooh. Well, probably would have maybe stayed playing Gaelic football because playing with Laois. When I took up rugby, I kind of took up Gaelic football at the same time, and I was kind of coinciding the two of them, and liked the game, liked playing football, yeah, and played Gaelic football club wise up to 2012, even when I was playing rugby. So probably Gaelic football because it's so accessible and it's in every play, you know, it's everywhere and you can do it, and you know, and I was playing it, so probably Gaelic football, yeah.
Dream stadium to score a try in?
Well, I scored in the Aviva, and we only ever played there once, and I scored in the left corner, so that was nice.
Yeah.
To score there.
Proud moment, on field or off field?
Oh God.
Considering he got nothing for the fucking Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. We have something outside here.
Proud moment on and off the field. Jeez, I'm terrible at these. I winning the Grand Slam, and then I have to say the birth of the kids, probably.
Oh yeah.
Boy
and a girl. Two boys.
Two girls.
Wow. Okay.
Two girls. Yeah, Ruby and Clara.
Your poor husband.
I'm
only joking.
He's a great life.
Last one for you.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame induction, surreal or satisfying?
Oh, satisfying maybe. Yeah.
Brilliant. Lads, again, this episode is brought to you by Carl Estimating. For all your construction, tendering and estimating needs, check them out, carlestimating.ie. You're not going for Hall of Fame, right? But you're now in the Hosey Podcast Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And you can go home with one of our jerseys.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It can be got online on our website. That's for you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's lovely.
You're more than welcome. And listen, thanks so much for coming on.
No hassle at
I think
all.
your story is excellent. I think you could.
I enjoyed that.
You could only be involved in sport.
Me trying to take me art classes.
Honest to God.
Oh,
you
I
could
know.
only be involved in sport. Like your mama P teacher, your father the legend that he was, you know, your sisters and your brother all playing. You could only be.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't avoid it.
No.
And I think the success you had in it is something that obviously you're a Hall of Famer, but it's something you'll never measure.
Yeah.
I think the impact you had in the women's game is something that won't be measured either.
Yeah, I suppose you get out of it and then you kind of forget, I suppose, with people. Not that you ever played, like, you know, your life moves on, but I suppose, yeah, like the things you did, you know, because I haven't played a rugby match in so long. You're like, I can't even imagine playing rugby now. Can't even imagine playing rugby.
I don't think it's a bad thing though, Alison.
No, it's not. No.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I'm lucky, like I didn't struggle with retirement where some people really do.
But
they do,
But
yeah.
really,
That's what I'm
like,
saying,
you
yeah.
know, they've lose
like regret slips
their
in,
identity,
remorse.
like their identity is wrapped
They're going
up.
into coaching for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you have to remember what you done here now.
Yeah.
Imagine talking about yourself in the coaching session.
Exactly.
You don't do
It's
that.
not about you.
No, exactly.
And their
there's a lot of
identity-
people go into coaching for that.
Yeah, their identity is wrapped up in them being the player. So when they stop, they're like, I'm no longer the player. Who am I? Like they have this thing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
where I was happy enough to retire.
Yeah.
Do you know, I had done enough. Like I was happy enough to retire. But
Yeah, you did enough, didn't you?
I did enough. It was all right.
Just a little bit. Pop
Yeah.
your van.
Oh, for me, you're one of the most enthusiastic people
Oh, really?
I've ever met in
I'm
my
wrecked.
life.
I'm
And
wrecked.
for me, right,
Oh, a talker.
your laugh sums up your enthusiasm.
Oh,
it's
good.
absolutely brilliant. I fucking love it. No, you're a credit to your family.
Oh,
and well
thanks
done.
very much.
Well done.
Lads, once again, that is it for this episode of the Hosey Podcast. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, follow, and share on all social media platforms. We're everywhere. If you didn't like it, give us another chance next week. You might like it.
I'm sorry if you didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm sure you
no,
did
you will,
like
you
it. I really enjoyed it. That's all that fucking matters, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, as always, not my podcast.
It's not my podcast.
It's Carol's podcast. It's your podcast. Good luck and God bless. Till
Thanks,
next
Alison.
week.
Well done.
Thanks, Alison.
No problem at
That
all.
was brilliant, yeah.
That's full time on this week's episode of the Housey podcast, available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Amplify. Got a story to tell? A voice that needs to be heard? Get in touch with us here in Amplify, Carlow Town's professional home for podcasters of all kinds. We can be found on Instagram at Amplify Podcast Studio. Amplify, power up your podcast.